Kasebo Asedano and Confama RKM Ghana Limited womo and omoboy chidome yeden semning nano ede ebabesum na enija sama KM womo ede abaro echuma womo ese womo de training sunkubi ede ba ebehihye so no car tracking device no womo ebechecha foforo no bebre womo de na wotwe baako na womo eyi ede esi wono a eno no womo ede beyesa encheche enti sawo yo ba wo ye berma sawo ko school sawo wie school no krasa bi wan ko bi kra no ma no ene de TV na so no bombode pa sawo bafa na wa frem painfo na woni womo atwetwe enkomo na nkrofo mfiga na hanom womo tukwan ekwa ma no ne nyina yensa no dwuma ene nam so ema womo kwa womo nya asetena pa na womo nya adwuma enti training na RKM4 ede ba car tracking device no bombode pa sawo do ho no ede be hyemo na etume aboa wo we ne dwuma ko bebre ene womo so yasen ede nsem na no ede babe somo na yesansam na so no bombode pass obeko Facebook ni YouTube any social media am listening na Property TV G8 kasebo no etwego hormone na so no watumi enye bi na wakenkan hormone na yensansam na se yenshase ewo omampanyin dada John Fifi Evans Atamros infimfini mantemo desie na oyan ne ba bi kwa na so to ne nsabenkum so no emfinhia du ba ko ne nam so ama ente empanfo ayamane anya mambre wamodin hyen ekwekogu na emu no so wo hwe NDC ameyeko no empanfo ye titene ne dem NDC ameyeko no yewura Johnson esedu nkatia saso enopen no tu Frankade NDC ameyeko no yewura John Drama ne Mahama ne asofu mpanfo ne bebre na eno mo kopie mo hono ne nkotie wo mo ekopie mo no nkoma hodo a etume ekoso ho ne bi
aha na senya wo kae no ya papa Atamels mampeni nya ne be bi ko yi msefie duba kunie na before at common sase through Atapie Mills Memorial Heritage ura secretary Alex Fetefia na oye board chair odano na yi ya mame oyelita so eboano no edi wedi kakra ahyehyɛ so a yɛde ɔna yɛ papa na ɔmɔde ahwiri so eku benda so na obepiem wɔ hanom a mpanyinfo akuku dam a ebepiem wɔ hanom ende anafe ɛyɛ former president John Dramani Mahama ɔno ɛwɔ ha sei ɛne n'aboafo nyinaa wɔn wɔ ha sei yɛ speaker of parliament owura Alban Sumana Pape ɔno so ebepiem wɔ hanom sei ne mmarahyɛ badwafo minority pinia oda mano owura ato force ono so wa hafe general secretary edema NDC ene chairman owura Johnson Esiedu Nketia omo nyina ebepim wa hanom ene nipa ekuguda bebre director international mission Methodist Church and superintendent minister Ashoma Seki edema Methodist sorry and some crowd ya tu jane se sabi onipa emfa ho ene nindudu a obenyin ene nyoma a obe akwa obiase mu nyina no owo eyade a eda ho mu bia nke papa Atamels anko na emom awehyimu wo Nyankopon asemu ede ma yese obetumi abababo papa de ho atoto ho no ma ade ho ahye Nyankopon so aye trene na wawu kompo no bi osan se wo de ho atu Nyankopon so na utu anamompa wo Nyankopon kwan so nche no so obekwaso atrase even for we because we do atwere Nyankopon kokum eno ne ade a ode futu ode ma bia wa ha se na ntintwitwa ne ye koba nyina no si kunyi se de wo ye den akota ko beda ne wati akọ esema oguso oka no ye hwe anim se bra omo widi omo first and second scriptures no ade hye omo hunkran ne yenti ene omo be hwem wa hanom no ye hwe anim se ye reverend ewie de kasa owura secretary ono no ye board chair edema JE Mills Memorial Heritage ono de nanom sem baba bituda owura Johnson Esiedu Nketia national chairman ma NDC eso ebeba ansana you be chatwo ebeye former president owura John Dramani
mono eyadia sambre no person painful a womo and almost Central Regional East Police Command womo ekwekopie mo ewo eye Francis Onua suku he no ewo kaso ne ne mpatem akwakwa church adisuafo no ekwan womo nam so a road signs awodo no womo ebetumi ede aye adwuma ne no anso ano so no afoto ne bi akọ ede amaposifo painful no pa se womo besre pa sancheche awodo no se womo bomboden se no womo ebetumi acheche womo anaso womo be cheche Ghana fo nyina na road signs no adriver for ene timemufo no etumi ede aye adwuma.
See, that when you are using the road, make sure that if you are going towards this direction, you face the traffic, you face the cars that are coming. Don't give your back to cars. Since something is happening at your back, you will not see. So if you are going this way, make sure that you are on the left side so that the cars coming from.
If anybody touches your breast, your buttocks, and your private part, go and report the person. If the person is a teacher, whether if you are a female student and your female teacher touches any part, still report that female.
Mofaban kakraba no hunde e kwan bia do no obehia police e kwan bia do police no wo ho abobo won odu robbery attack obande accident obande mbra interpretation na obobo mo waye nti na obeche road signs na mainara na wo fukara anade wonam ka kwan wa anade wo lol kwan ma za ode
After that, region more a one finfini mantemo na roho Samuel for no ebano echema odwene edichemo ewo buduata enkwanta ho no mo a eno wo finfini mantemo na police vehicle bi anase police motor bi etumi akotwi ede afat mini ba konsuma sambre no ne nan ba kokra etwa no motor no anase police rider no wenjina kra otwi faso ekoye na nsam no nia no ogina ho no mo ema sankonhia no esi no and in central for a twetwen komo no train sem no muse
be lodo anti ehun ni say convoy there besin a anche ndi within 5 seconds kwa na me say traffic at na almost say accident be si wa say dey na rush ba e ba ya obi na ate say moto na ate na ba ko na oda o keke mu a say moto policeman na okuta moto ono causes accident in my boy no nusu ne nan ba kun left one e ko share front tire na etwa ne nan omo rush na omo ne share car no ko na omo ina asuja no ko obi anfi no omo anfi boy na ni ko boys na bi omo tam no share taxi na omo de no ko ante na omo su free ho na omo se em se omo pese omo de nan no share de mu se be omo ankasa ho omo tan ja ho ko e na ejanjina o sa obi an ya hwibie moto minim se o ma fa moto ni na de kodia na ni cheta kwali
Abusia for yanto ansam no so ne yankopie mu apie mantemo na kyerɛkyerɛ ni bi nwa ka dwemu papa ne nyina no ne awaye no ɛkyerɛ mu a yenuanom BC for ɔkyena adekyin a wɔmo ɛbɛtron so hwɛ no wɔtebere miensa akwafuo mu sɛ wɔmo nkonkodɔ ɛmfama na ɛsan sɛ wɔmo bewie school ntino ɔne wɔmo kɔyɛ adwumaden kakra na ɛno no ɔde akyɛke na hawfa na wɔtwe awieye ada no memenda no wɔmo ɛkwafuo mu ɛno no wɔmo ɛba no nipa baako nsuo bi ɛda hɔ no no womu kodware bia akwala na to mu ma na to nananom ewo nsedo na nsam no yenkotie mu nkyem
adesua for emiensa ena eyo cheche di bia o cha de ewo eye nkrakan MA Basic School dia o mo fe no eye se Robert Azako ode eye adesua for no ekọ efuom se o mo kodo na efuom ma no eye na wotwe ye ya na adisua for me so odi omkoye no omu nyina anya mfie hia do enson 17 years a omu wo mo final year o chan na di chen ya no oba betro eye BEC ensokedi bi o de samo frɛ ekɔ na efom ewo hu nya se omu kododo ma no na enso toye na wadro mo nam kwan so a omu ba no na wo che maho bia edam potem ho no nsu edam potem ho ayefe no pompon nsu no o ye so mbeku dware mu o mu dware mu awohoro mo ho a mo fiafo mu ba no na abranche ne baako nsu no efa no anase wamem ewo nsu ni mu one more minimum jare ebom homodi bia so be ya banti now so omatumi enji no ma branche ahwe ne kwa ya was are ko kemni no kwasem posifo a one mu kwakan e wo saa e na ocheche ni a ye friend say Robert yin e ko omo say ne atumi ni o media addition for me ensa Bernard Japan Richmond and after so Donkoh Dominic e ko mefum say omkwakọ dok amame na wabra ye ba no so be wo mu omo ho e wo nsu a ye from pompo nsu a efi boti force ni mu na ebe fa huhunya ho no mo a de ba e ya asema ne importem no obe wo no ho na owo no ho no one afoforo mi no e ka no ho no omo de omutumi epie ye na emom abrante no a o ka omo ho a o toso mi ensa no wahwe ne kwa ya meche tamate no no kwase posi for ba nan ekọ ho no mayi no ed na to konkon zo a enkwa ennim enam so mu nye eye animdefo ewo sa nipa pomuden hu ntino omo tabi abofa no ed ne bank kan aban ya sabia emom san ne kokofo da aban ya sabia ho ne yesusu dia se abrante no waye nyame dia ya me no ka sen o cheche no de mo fai ko na afuom so mo nkodo no o posi for ensem a aban kaba egu ne nsa wo motutu na no se kwan ben ena nam so no cheche ni oye ne national service anya say teacher ni mapawum oye ne national service e wo school mo no and I just one say one a 4 year a dear a course won't tell them of funny a nefua or do Marco Nefuma Akobasi. It's supposed for one more central police station Kofodia and after so Galaway, Omukasim Noa, Omguso a yen Katasem, na branch and many Hayano, Omo to me Edna Akujina and Rano, na Asama.
Elsa fona yentwan sabonos ne enko piemu wansamfu from yenko ya pomo di munsemo na Ghana pe ambe de che Dr. Mamadu Baumia Sambra ya sabia na womo esin wo sehwe akontombra no empemfo atumi awie me no ende otumi akwaya amane ne amambra womo etumi ebia no ne yenko tie nsam awodo ende de no Ghana pe ambe de che Dr. Mamadu Baumia de tu dwani bi
PP yemban Nanado Donkoh Kufuado yaban yedi impuntuo bebre aba Ghana man obia betimi ade adanse yehu say districts bebre na omni hospitals regions be ya share new regions in new regional hospitals eninti na yefa nhihye foforo say agenda 111 said ye see hospitals ohane edune baako 111 hospitals are YBC sajima ye no ebinsi da wagana ha say government beba AC 111 hospitals sa is the first time in history nyamiadum and jimano koso western north ha koso wo bodi Yamiadum before the end of this year, Bodini Dieno, the Beba Ewie. Swaman so koso Boa Bia East so koso Agenda 11. Yen estimate ne say 2023 Yamiadum Yebewie between 40 and 45 hospitals under Agenda 111. And Yamiadum next year na yewie de akano. Beyond Agenda 111, no, you see hospitals, Bebre, Wagana ha, and including a Contombra Government Hospital. Digitalization, no, so adia ye no, your project be ye friend networking of all the hospitals, medical records, nina, obia folder, ye digital. Now ya linky hospitals ningina district hospitals any regional hospitals teaching hospitals polyclinics chips compounds ye link ningina enti uwa akontombra na ye say kosahwiwe so ana kumasi ana kolebu uko kolebu unhia say ufa ufolder free ha koho omuwo undata nyina wo kolebu omuwo data nyina wo kolebu omuwo data nyina wo tamale wo Cape Coast so you refer to any hospital unhia say ufa ufolder bium
Elsafo na ye twansam no so na ye da so gyina mo e Ghana pia be de chi Dr. Maamadu Obamia wa contemporary hwe ne ayasabi okobia no no na ne kasem no e no sanso ditu dwe no o chem se Ghana kada ye sha se ye ba ne nche bia e no mo de betu dwa se no wo mo be ye mankwala kotobo afi na ye wo mo no wo mo so wo mo e be ye bi dia ma mo no mampin be de chi e de atu dwa se ho nhihye ni na ne bibia no aye krado nche bia no san nhihye na asa I'm
very happy to announce here, and I think this is the first time because it just happened yesterday. We wanted to make sure we will be able to issue Ghana card numbers to children when they are born. And we have therefore integrated the databases of the National Identification Authority with the Births and Deaths Registry and the Ghana Health Service. The work has been completed. The full test was done yesterday, and I'm happy to say that the first baby with a Ghana card number was issued yesterday. So you are entering into a world from next month, all babies born in Ghana, once they take them to weigh in, they will be issued the Ghana card number. They will also get the birth certificate identification number at the same time, because the two are talking to each other. This is very transformational. This is what is happening in advanced economies. If we are in agreement that boys and girls in our schools today are being trained to compete on the global stage, there is therefore justification for our students to be given exposure to AI. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the government's ongoing digitalization agenda is ample testimony of its appreciation of AI and the commitment to ensure that this country is not left behind. We have focused on pursuing digitalization as part of our economic strategy for the fourth industrial revolution.
I was afraid yet one summoner so near Copium one some fufrumo and someone and saying about to draw, Kalanim painful in one more can be a year, my Mrs. Adapa, Nisika no, I no, a yam pimpim, I and summoner. Then summoner one more copy of court mono and someone about to Johnny say, see, and one more action crop for Bakubaku, and no more one more, and almost to say one more, and one movie as Sikana on one housemaid back, who you didn't kind, and for fair or ma one more esusun say ne ono no and all one mono and no wie sa sikaya or de bia quarantine dan e de ama ne kanchema wasa so de bia ma ne mpona dada wasa quarantine bi e dan e de ama ne kanchema bi one no ho sa so na cast ne nyina no watoto bi e de ama ne boyfriend ne papa so sika no wa bi e de ama na ne papa nyina no ya wo mu nkonsa e de aka ona yenkonkotie nsem bi e koso abra o mu kopie mo e wo court no.
Ourselves of the minister, 18-year-old Patience Botry and 30-year-old Sarah J. Then there's also Patience's father, then her current and ex-boyfriend Benjamin and Malik, and the father is Kweku Botry, who have also been arrested and charged. The claim of stealing is against the house helps, whereas the current ex-boyfriend and father are said to have received various amounts of money, hence the offense of dishonestly receiving. June this year, the minister discovered that some items and money had been stolen, so she reported the matter to the police. A patient had earlier been found to have entered the room using a duplicate key. So once she was arrested and granted bail, because she was a nursing mother, she went into hiding. Together with her boyfriend, she rented a 3-bedroom apartment at Tamale for more than 100,000 cedis, as well as a store at a cost of 120,000 cedis. The police retrieved $40,000 and more than 72,000 cedis from her upon a second arrest. She's also alleged to have bought a house at a cost of $70,000 at Amrahia and furnished it with brand new items. She also bought a Hyundai Elantra for her boyfriend, then gave her ex-boyfriend an amount of 1 million cedis, and the father received. So there are clothes that were valued at 95,000 cedis. In terms of jewelries, they've been valued at $95,000. There's also kente cloth worth about 90,000 cedis and 6 sets of men's suits valued at $3,000, which are properties of. No, we do not know what specifically they used for. In terms of what has been gathered so far, information only relates to the activities of the two main suspects that is Sarah and Patience, who at one point in time, so Sarah was the initial house help, then Patience was the one who replaced her subsequently. So we are told that those are what they know in terms of what they have used their money for. For the other individuals, there's no information. So just the initial stages now, the charges have been leveled. A plea was not taken at that particular stage, and so the case will go back to the circuit court where their plea will be taken, and then the court would expect that the prosecutors will comply with disclosures, i.e., making available to the accused persons the evidence they intend to use against them and what they've gathered so far. Then once they get that, the court will fix a date for the trial. Serious offenses, I mean, for offense like stealing, you are looking at up to 25 years possibly, because that is if the judge decides to impose the maximum sentence. The honestly receiving is way lesser than that, but the key issue is the stealing offense, which has come up against those two individuals especially.
for and some night and some with your hand papa na was and some way no and okopia mu adom kuma no NDC ameyoko no e de atodwa no wo mo echiemo sa wo hwa ma me no nsam ahodo ni sika no no okregu ho no no eye sika bia eye oman de anka be ya anka gana man pen na na dodan kwa akofo ado ene na pamfo wo mo nhwa pa na gana anu ko no mbetwe nasu e de afiga no mo a wo mo nhwe no mo ntwe nasu anase ni dibre no wo mo nhwe no wo mo nchi ni dibre no emfemfe ni nsam ni enkotie ensam ahodo adom kuma no bi so wo mo e de atodwa
that it is illegal to keep certain quantum of funds at home, particularly foreign. So an amount to the tune of millions will be shocking to the bone. And I will appeal to the stakeholders who matter to investigate the matter so that we will get to the bottom of the issue. Because it is shocking. It is shocking because if you look at the quantum of money that is alleged to be found at her residence, if we got such an amount of money, we didn't need to go to IMF. And that is also a wake-up call. That means we have to go down and investigate all ministers who are serving the country at the moment. What it simply means is that whereas everybody is crying that the state is heating up, livelihoods are getting deteriorated, others are sitting on gold mines. This allegation, that is what it means. So I am appealing to the stakeholders who matter to do further investigation.
Indeed, the first thing is that the president should immediately sack her. Our state institutions are only investigating effort corruption. I'm sorry, no investigating. The office of the special prosecutor, where man said will be a report, is already in the public domain, and I have evidence or court now or many evidence say minister say in the fee or the over $1 million, 300,000 pounds sterling, euros rather. Any over 2 million Ghana cedi edukotu fee o investigate no nkyere bibia onye skano ade kura wire porti a onye skano na enu eko establish a we should find out how skano will pay tax on those men or not. Yes, I am fine we nyina, but you see Ghana is so sad. One where now on the omo yene na obi ko yi aban sika no nye ne sika o ye nyina ye sika no na ono de omojan na akọ obi ko yi obi sika se de o say allegedly nkrofo bi ayu ne sika no no otumi se on fa mu court no mu nko panasi o. That's unfair.
I have an onko wonya sika be pesa ye nim se de kunu o mo se de kunu businessman but other if you a bank and I pray for millions of dollars, euros, Ghana cedis, maybe into the door. Jewelries, my man, the jewelers, how many thousands of Ghana cedis? No. I was said by now, woman, and I couldn't issue it myself, was such a woman, nothing, quarter handle the account. Look at the businessman, look at the Bank of Ghana. Victoria Hammer, now, yes, and I say, Obiana, no, yet, but just dream keke okasa onyasa amount no ne account ma nkombe na ni budget the next day yes akelo enti okofo ado was osakema
ayabusiafo na yenhwe na yento ansam no so na yemfansam no mfanguro mo e wonsam foforo mo na nde wo property day break show ha abra be ku ene jenyene etna kunjomo no one eye kasamafo edeman miamfo efriye akoto ene no etwetwe enkomo na won komo twetwe no ena yewura doctor eye amuzu ne nsam no ena auditu dwa sayame ya dom na mpipia me yoko no wo mo eto aba edema doctor efriye akoto ena 2024 so Ghana fo nyina tumeto santin kwoto aba edema na obebo mbode pa se kwe ye wonsam eye agrek no ono ena obehwe na ode asesa oman no sani yisi kasam ne nyoma hodo ekono ode akwayo ede besesani na ne nkotie Dr. Amuzo ne nsamo ahodo a ode tu dwani bi
ni message one or say party no untimi fa lempen party enkonko winning election Obia or Tessa party discipline or the hope beba or the resources beba party. Sanima means some so who we are. Party beat me win election. Party win election or say in face can conquest a discussion one. You bring your near the Ghana house. Once they covered by a year, Ukraine, Russia, one other. I'm not my baby, not Ghana white. UK cry, you cannot tomato say, okay, yes, you would give me no jabako.
Okay.
Now we are Nigeria high, biggest economy of Africa. The president declared state of emergency, food shortage. Nigeria.
Okay.
But I said that somebody a mobile baby and I say this. I didn't Ghana any food shortage because a Jumapa and another ramp of dry through honorable Dr. Usefree Akoto. But number if you know what Ghana ha, yeah, can say shortage. Up to now in West Africa, only tax back.
The same thing.
No, again the same thing. What controls don't go to want to say bingo. What on a view about Christian to what me at was a
intimate talk because
yeah talk me not developing. You didn't quite away about baby.
And it's just a real answer.
Okay. There was here the first. Who did you react? And Sana Diakano, Yakako Tono.
ayabusiafo ye twansam no so na wo enkomotwetwe no sanso di tuje no ochim sem pipia meyoko no 2024 breaking the 8 no wo mo betumi breaking 8 no kwata sie na aka ho a echisan kambom na wo mo na grassroots fo ni nyina no wo mo bomboden se wo mo nyina no betumi aka wo mo abom na wo mo aye adwumaden na san kambom ni ni ho no mo na se grassroots no wo mo gya wo mo tumba bia and breaking the 8 no enya de pipia meyoko no wo mo ebetumi breaking no
was started Ananche police station for now. So, regional executive, national party, council of elders, parliamentary caucus. But come now, most of no noiseless campaign. On paid this. Professor, a nice gentleman, or academic, so yes, sure. Or lecture. And I say, lecture bureau, University of Ghana, MZ Friday, yeah. Why be UPSA? How you sue when or call techie? Come on, lecture about Africa. See, we used to agree. Or a gentleman on paid. Assembly honkasa, assembly nankasa. No waste of time. Janante woman so. Asema minuke. Do na no ya chechire mu achire no pe one on one so. I on pe big meetings. Okay. One on one. And do na ahia no. Omo ba no ho akra ono so kom na so. E wo regions the constituencies. And omo ko churches time o mi say ehunya se eje party no. E wo se eje party. Ne ma party channel na so. Need to be breaking it no. Because we catch us on non and our Baba Betima be winning 2024 election now. And you know,
I just saw it dumb.
And was that party no? The police agent for before you didn't go. And now, what dedicated on so Ben Nanti woman also. No, I baby money or Sanima Church from Sanimo in the Somu say yes. Police station Honda to me no. You're quite a sin of salt this year. And yes, going to win election. A nipa ebeti ehunsi form na ye dwuma ma na mo win election.
Okay.
And now master when you more time e chiro mo say ye hia discipline your party we mu. Ye hia hope say any that's obeba party we mu. Ye hia resources into a resource police station for mo lead campaign. Am ye dey win. The message ni o. Awakama
ayabusiafo ya da so jemo e MPP ameyoko no akache na nche bia na sebe na watch ba kumienu ni na audio bi eba ye na no na nsem ewom ni nyina no echemu a wanhwe yewura IGP womo ebehwe no ma wo no enkonsa ne no ena wo sa ensem we no eye third national vice chairman edem MPP ameyoko no samro den nsem bi dia tudwa no o chemu se sa nsam no ebe ya Ghana fo nyina no womo embo emfantungo sense ono ankasa no one yewura IGP edi ehia ohwa ne oma wudo bi ano ye ne driver sane no say driver no sane IGPC or discipline no na ohwa papa no obo adwuma pa na enso no otu krafo no no tuma manofo de afoto ni biso call dem IGP say ye na say bi asotwe bi ohwa na sensem bi ohwa no mo na sa oka eyomfa botre mfa nto na onkrokro Ghana fo bi mo ne yenkotie ne nsama hodo a ode tu dwane bi
Ghana as a country no sometimes we hear yampe discipline. So discipline beba sometimes we go against discipline. Now obi me for the quiet time minim IGP no. Minim no from the time when ya IGP up to obey IGP or starting ajima ya tititi assembly but to me no meni how bia etimi say yan yi IGP ana yan yi ajima ana yan say minister how bia concerned about him media me hwe the service no obey mother nation no anu na me hwe how is crime going, how is cyber crime now it is, how is our traffic regulation now senate anu bi na me hwe only me kasa as a national third vice chairman see me IGP Chimida on the 24th of December. Adebechi 25th of December me kono or arrest me. Edi Mimi Land Cruiser ko to our airport police station ha. Kano mi amu mu koye me friend no na me bo me di me see me IGP me Alaji Masaudu national third vice chairman. No say yes only me. Me driver no only me mistake baby I say yan ye U10 na ma ye U10 na me driver no so ofitachi ma onim akrasa so driver no ye U10 ya no omuchi mi na mo refer ma no ama mi no omukra police for no titi ebe give and take so achire na omu sa mi no omu kasa no nyina omu record in video so omu send ma IGP we no say omu detain me ama that day so your neck meeting you heard the line ajima no ya the right thing no ya no or person put to display into the politics but we are so o person we are DB baby chia no person we are the o tell no o di agro na abu sa o tell no o person o tell no say o tell kakra ka that me tell but me mistake be hunu IGP na say bibi o person o tell no at once force e be tell no na the bibi so person o tell no force no e be timi ya dan e be timi di abu adi asem
I wish I afraid that so more I was and send some women and on a dom kumano so akasa womo ede atudra se tepo no enya de mpanyimfo was so womo te kwada cry sense be and the form you know me and sending ni womo te se mpanyimfo no e ka won samwa sisi an womo ede atudra so womo se mpanyimfo pa san hwehwom san mpanyimfo ye hwehwom no womo modin so womo be tosoa na hwehwom womo atumi aye na bebi efibia no womo ede abani nkotie en samwa woda dom kumano besuno womo ede atudwa
ye ka ho asem na sa time no ye kan ni se esi ahwehwom ne ehu nokra ewo mu se ye nokra se nsem omo akeka mu a eye ekwan nkofo bi police impenifo kan ho a omo ka kwan a 2024 election ombe ye na se bi omo awie mu ama MPP sa asem no na eyade a esi nyina ye nikọ ho pa na nura na ye papa ye nua peni bugri na bukesae na asem no ka yira me ye hu se ampa so sa meeting e ba so enti nsem o mukae no eyade a ampa esi ye na ye kan se echesa alarm na ye raise no akoye ade a esi ehia se esi ye hu no kra wo mu enti ese investigation police for ye Ministry of Interior ye no so mo ye ni ye ni yehu no kra no ni yehu obia ne hu wo mu no yehu diamra no ne befa parliament enso say ye adwuma ne make sure say ekwan bia ye fa so a saa asem no ye de betu ye ama 2024 asumdwe aba na election ye a center on democracy no ayeye nti de yakan wasem ne ye kan say ya fa housemate but enye omunkwa obia ne hu befa semo no police mpenifo wo ye kese se den na hu fa sem no say omo
aya busafo yenja nsam we so na yenda ye hu tia wa yembre ye bai be kwakowie nsam no e wo bi man so aya busafo ya sama munyina akwaba na yenhwe na nsam no yemfe ye ninchemu obi man so na yenkowie ensam no a na wotwe ye fitifia da na bepemende ena okopie mu e was Spain abonten so abatro no womo ede hyehye so eno no womo eto na mpemfu aka ma wo makan ebo eye no miensa pa ho semanum na wo matumi akan be ye ohamu nchichemu ediokono enum eno no womo nhyada ho ni obedi nkunim e was Spain manumu na ne eye wanwa wo mu eno na ebisi Ghana hanamo no ena esi e ho no mo a womo omote akundwa so a womo ena aba no ekode womo ma womo se presidency no womo bewi ne no okopie mo e wo mbrahye bedwefie na womo so aba no eso atise ehwite e ho no mo a enye fedi agro na yenkonkwohwe kakra.
That's right. What we didn't expect is it to be so neck and neck. It really will go down to the very last counted seat because PP and Vox are now on 169 seats, and that still leaves them seats away from that 176 absolute majority. And the Socialists are on 122 seats. The advantage the Socialists have is that they have far more allies, and crunching those numbers would bring them to 172. It looks far more likely that they could form the government at this stage than for the People's Party and Vox, and that's a surprise to the pollsters. I think the pollsters underestimated the support and the resistance of the Socialists and slightly overestimated the performance of the People's Party because polls couldn't be published during the last week. We haven't had a clear
aya busafo yento aso e wa manone nsemu a yenkopie mo e wo Cameroon manu mu na endura ene no na abansoro bi eto aso bako enan no etumi dwigu ye na samre no kase no nimpa aduana miensa ene mpemfo etumi eyiji wo mo a wo mo yiyi wo mo no aduana miensa no wo mo etumi ato nananom e wo nsero afoforo na aso no wo mo etumi eprepra e wo Cameroon manu mu.
And firefighters said more victims had been dug from the rubble overnight Sunday, bringing the death toll to 33. On Saturday night, a 4-story apartment building in the north of Douala, Cameroon's port city, collapsed onto a smaller residential building. Children were among the dead. A local governor called the disaster an absolute emergency. An earlier provisional toll laid on Sunday put the figure at least 16, with 5 injured. On Monday morning, emergency crews were still working in search of any survivors. Rescue workers assisted by a digger sifted through the steel and concrete rubble for signs of life. In 2016, the collapse of a residential building in Douala caused the death of 5 people, and the authorities raised the issue of compliance with construction standards.
Abusuafo yenkowie ye kase bono krakra no yenkowie mo e wa be fontentano so na wo kwa be fontentano so obenye Facebook wenya YouTube wenya enyoma hodo bebre na ba kwa ka wan krofo ji wo mani wo so pa ene Twitter na okopie mo e wo Twitter opinpon no e no da no ene kofaba ene mpinfo omudi akoten wo so de atodwa so mhwa Twitter logo no sane ete no ache no mpese wo ye nsache wo mu nti no wo mo e ba besesa Twitter logo no nti wo hono mo na se bia Twitter no wo use bi na wo benwu se logo no asesa enye bibi fufuru bia ye dada no enso logo no ene nneoma ba ko mienu bi wo mu eno ena wo mo asesa no.
He's creating some significant damage to it, because if you should think about what Twitter is, it's a relatively limited operation. It's of communications compared with, say, some of the competitors we can see in India and China who broadened it out to actually provide more services. So that's one of his problems. He wants to actually bring it out into a broader area. But, of course, the brand itself has its quite loyal base, but an aging base of aging people like me. Whereas, of course, the younger generation have gone off to other areas. So Twitter really does look a bit old-fashioned, but he's got to be careful. All very well changing the brand and then actually changing the services. But if you've actually got a selection of aging people who actually quite like it as it is, that means you're starting from scratch and damaging the original value of it. And of course, these days, there are now more competitors coming through. And of course, only a few weeks ago, we had Threads being launched with a seemingly record number of people signing up for that. But would it take, well, nothing so far that we can actually see. Of course, maybe developing things behind it, or maybe he's going to buy something else. But having spent, as you said, £44 billion, dollars rather, I mean, that's hugely expensive for that business, which is not making any money. And of course, the advertising has already probably halved, and if not more. It's got limited things it can do. So yes, he could try and develop it, but the likes of Meta could, as you said, just link into other.
Busuafo ebe nansam wina so na yede no no mpemu kase bono edesi a na chese Twitter no sane ya anoma no eche bi obehu no na nya anoma na akwaye X count 9 fatoso hono ya hwensem awodo yede besum nebi and ana Ghana man paying Dada John Fifi Evans Atamos owu ya na so to na nem wan sedo no mfinsie du ba ko ne mpin for din shen akwakogu na mu no so etumi akai no saso ena we pie man tem no ye ko free mo hono no cheche ni bi eni BC adesuafo bi akwafo ma wo ato na nanom ba ko ato na nanom won sedo we ne nsam bebre eni aboabo na ode besomo se no no mpemo kase bo aseda no I confirm RKM Ghana Limited. One more and one boy, Chidon Palm and Seminole, ye dinning on Edebesomo, one more essay, and Sasia would doing in a bombarding pa, say no what the bedtime, one more sass no open dime beato, and open dime beer rent, say single rumor, Eddie Conning no movie. So bet to me, Eddie Adomo na, and it just my would drop out, come de bano, Echuma, one more car tracking device, no, one more shed out from Crawford, one more car etch, so one more, now one more year, Nasaman on the crown or back. Wo bebwa na ma no ne no watumi akobi no ma no ene da TV no aseno bombaden pa sa wo ba fa nkrofo bebre no ene wo matu wo agutu a wo mo edge forms na wo twe ba kope ene wo de be santete no no etumi ete esa no we ni ndwuma ko bebre ene mbiri wo so ya seme ye de no mu mpem kase ebo no ede be so wo mi din na na kwaku pamfo do betumi afre me before ebo no so pepepe jimando wu Donkoh capito bobobo or the random sports no e de beto am so ente ebe yuja ewo efianu mo makramu